You're welcome back. Well, mixed sentiment is what was recorded on the AFEX commodity market summary for week-on-week. Although that week-on-week change was almost marginal in most cases. But we have Suleiman joining us virtually from Ikoyi here in Lagos to give us the details. Hi, Suleiman. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Ine. How are you doing?
Doing good, Suleiman. So give us a rundown of market activities for the weekend at the 20th of June.
Yeah, for the weekend, there was a little bit uptick in market activities, but as you mentioned, it wasn't that significant. So with the total turnover increasing by 13.19% over the week, from 0.91 billion naira in the previous week to 1.03 billion naira for the week under review. So the total volume traded on the exchange, however, declined by 2.28% from 3.2 million contracts in the previous week to about 3.1 million contracts for the week under review. The number of deals traded on the exchange went up a little bit from 371 deals in the previous week to 488 deals in the past week, representing a 31.54% upturn. The AFEX Commodities Index, the ACI, closed the week in the green by 4.47%, moving from 471.41 points to 492.47 points. However, the AFEX Export Index, the AEI, declined marginally by 0.60%, moving from 192.73 points to 191.58 points in the just concluded week. So breaking down the volume of contract traded on the exchange, the volume of maize traded on the exchange witnessed a significant increase over the week, going from 1.1 million to about 2.2 million contract traded. Cashew also witnessed similar increase, going from just 408 contract traded to 350,000 contract traded in the week under review. Soybean, sorghum, ginger, and padres, however, all witnessed decreases in volume traded, with sesame and cocoa closing the week flat. So in terms of price performance of individual commodities on the exchange, maize rose by 20.18% during the week under review, representing a 44.26 naira increase to close the week at 263 naira 62 kobo. Sorghum also returned a significant price increase of 27.99%, representing 62.87 naira increase to close the week at 287.50 naira. Ginger rounded up the list of gainers during the week, increasing by 4.77% to close the week at 1,009 naira 0.62 kobo. Soybean, cocoa, paddy rice, cashew nut, and sesame all closed the week flat, maintaining the same price levels from the previous week. Over to you, Ini.
All right, Suleiman, thank you so much for that. And as you guys would always say, if they want more information,
you can always go to our website at africanexchange.com or go to any of our social media platforms at afexnigerian.com.
All right, Suleiman, thank you so much. Talk to you again for that update from the market.
Do have a nice day.
You too. Let's switch over to Abuja now, where we have Adetola Owolabi, National Sales Manager with AFEX, to talk about the program that AFEX has started. Hi, Adetola, good morning. Well, I guess you're talking about the Input Financing Program, which is ongoing, an initiative that AFEX says unlocks financing from retail and institutional sources for the production of activities of smallholder farmers. These people have a whole lot of number when we talk about agriculture in Nigeria. And this was created to align with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Adetola, good to have you on the show. First of all, I guess, help us to understand this program of yours, which you say you've been working in disbursing funds to farmers in the past 6 years.
Thank you, Ini. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, the Input Financing Program of AFEX has been going on for about 6 years. we understood that there was a gap between supply and demand of commodities in the nation as a whole. Demand was way higher than the supply, and so to bridge that gap, the input financing started, where we then give out quality inputs to smallholder farmers, thus helping them increase their production, which, I mean, by default will then increase their income, causing them to grow more. But most importantly, will then increase the supply of commodities in the country to, if not meet demand completely, at least try to increase the supply and aim to increase demand as the years goes by, just so that we can reduce export into the nation, so that, you know, the economy can grow as well.
So in 6 years, what impacts would you say this program has had on the nation's food basket?
I would say that the smallholder farmers are essentially 90% of the populace that produce the commodities that we consume as a nation, and that also processors use to consume finished goods. The assistance of AFEX, or rather the input financing, has helped that they can now grow their farms. I mean, we had cases of farmers starting from 0.5 hectares to now doing as much as 3 hectares, increasing their income by 3x. I mean, solving for poverty, but at the same time also, you know, giving a lot of commodities, or increasing supply rather, in the nation, and, you know, just ensuring that processors are able to then get commodities right now across the nation, but also ensuring that you and I have enough food to eat, but most importantly, helping that the economy as well grows. But I mean, if you're referring to impact in terms of the farmer directly, I would say that it has improved their livelihood at least by 3x.
Wow. And, well, I think one of the domineering conversations everywhere, not just in the business world these days, is the war going on in Ukraine, Russia invasion into Ukraine, and what it has done, especially to food supply and production in countries around the world, Nigeria included. And then one of those areas affected has been fertilizer, because we do know that Russia is a major producer of potash that's used for fertilizer. How has that affected your program and, you know, the price of fertilizer? How has it affected your program?
So, if you look at the cost of fertilizer this time last year, fertilizer on average, NPK was probably going for 9,500, and I mean for premium probably at 13,000. Today, that same fertilizer is going for about 18,000 naira at the minimal, and about 21,000 naira at the maximum. And that's almost a 70 to 100% increase already. But most importantly is also the fact that, I mean, you have quite some form of difficulty even in transporting, I mean, in terms of logistics, to even move that fertilizer. Cost of diesel has gone up as well. And so if you add that cost to the cost of the fertilizer today, I'm not sure how many people are able to disburse, but luckily for us as an organization, we have tried to keep the faith with our farmers and ensure that we still have these inputs for them, and keep the price in a way that they can benefit and be productive at the end of the day. Just to add to that is to say, to help ensure that they then have maximum production, is that we then initiated ensuring that this year at least 60–70% of them, if not 100%, are able to use improved varieties of seeds while planting this season. This should help boost their production and, of course, then give them increased supply that when they market on the exchange can then cover for the high cost of inputs that they have acquired.
All right, and what's your goal? You know, what are some of those things you want to achieve in the 2022 disbursement this season?
So like I said, initially, the first is to ensure that there's increased production. I mean, to grow their output from from the previous average of about 3.5 to at least 4.5 or 5 tons this year. And to do that, we had ensured that we give out improved seedlings. But most importantly is also to help intensify our extension services to support our farmers at every step of the way, sharing with them also information on the weather and just guiding them through the season to ensure that at the end of the day, they have a very beautiful, bountiful harvest. And that way their pockets can be full.
Yeah, their pockets can be full, and then there'll be more food to go around in the country. That will make,
absolutely,
you know, not
yes,
just the smallholder farmers, but I mean, all Nigerians happier. Thank you so much, Adetola Olabi, National Sales Manager with AFEX.
Thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate it. Have a beautiful day.
And you too. We'll head to the market, but we'll take a time off first.